welcome to Maths Academy. In this video, I will be discussing the 4 important maths rules that you didn't know before. So with that being said, let's get started. And the rule number 1, that is the bottomless rule. This is the most important rule that you should give more focus on, because whenever you get equations or fractions with 2 or more operators, then you should use this rule. So what really the bottomless rule tells is, it tells that before everything we should sort the brackets, which means the values that are inside the brackets, and then comes the of, which means multiplication, and then D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, S for subtraction. So this is known as the bottomless rule. There are 2 applications of bottomless where we use the bottomless rule or the bottomless theory in our day-to-day calculations. The first application is the fractions with different operators, and the second one is solving complex sums, which means the sums which has equations, fractions, algebraic terms, numerical values and 2 or more operators. So now we have seen the first maths rule, that is the bottomless rule. Now let's see the second maths rule, plus and minus rule. So what really means the plus and minus rule? It means whenever you multiply or divide or subtract or add, you should use this rule, because sometimes you might get to add a positive value and a negative value, or a negative value and a positive value. So this rule separates into 2. One is in multiplication and division, another one is in addition and subtraction. So in multiplication and division, this rule is the same, it doesn't change. And in addition and subtraction, it's the different, but it's the same. It's not like multiplication and division. So first let's see what really affects the multiplication and division. So now, whenever you get 2 positive values, if you divide or multiply 2 positive values, you will get the answer positive. If you multiply or divide 2 negative values, you will get the answer positive. For example, if you multiply minus 6 into minus 5, you get the answer as positive 30. And if you multiply or divide positive value with a negative value, you get the answer negative. And when you multiply or divide a negative value with a positive value, you get the answer negative. That is what this rule tells. This is only applicable in multiplication and division of terms. In addition and subtraction, when the positive value is greater than the negative value, for example, if you take 6 as the positive value and the negative value as 4, so 6 is greater than minus 4. So the answer will definitely be positive. That will be a positive 2. And the next one, when you get a positive value that is less than the negative value, or the negative value is greater than the positive value, that means the answer will be a negative value. So with that, let's see the rule number 3. The rule number 3 is expanding 2 algebraic terms. So whenever you expand 2 algebraic terms, there might be 2 situations this happens. The 2 situations are a plus b to the perfect square and a squared minus b squared. So in a plus b squared, you take the square of the first term, that is a squared, and then the b squared, and then you take the product of the 2, you multiply that by 2. So that means a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. That will be the final answer for the algebraic term a plus b to the perfect square. But if you see on the right hand side, you get a squared minus b squared. To expand this, you should separate this into 2 algebraic terms as a minus b and a plus b. So when you do that, you can also prove that they are correct. If you multiply a into a, you get a squared, a into minus b, you get minus ab, plus b into a is plus ab. So minus ab and plus ab is 0. And then you get plus b minus b equals minus b squared. So a squared minus b squared, it matches the above term a squared minus b squared. So that's how you expand these 2 algebraic terms. This is the part where most of the students get confused, and instead of a squared minus b squared, they use the expansion of a plus b squared, and for a plus b squared, they use the expansion of a squared minus b squared. So make sure that you do not do this mistake once again. So now let's move on to the rule number 4. The rule number 4 is the square root. So to discuss the fourth rule, I will use the example 9. So for example, if you get AB length is 9 cm. Now you square that. AB squared equals 81. So now you need to find AB. So that you need to square root that. So when you square root AB, you get square root of 81. And one thing you should note that when you square an equation, you get two unknown terms. That is positive and a negative value. So AB equals plus or minus root 81. So root 81 is 9. But you get not only plus 9, you also get minus 9. Before you had 9. That is the positive value 9. After you square the value and you square root the value, you get two unknown terms, that is plus 9 and minus 9. So that's what you should always think before you square an equation. Out of those two unknown terms, only one will be suitable for the question and the other one will not be suitable. For example, if we take this AB length cannot be a negative value. So minus 9 definitely it won't come. But since we have square root that, minus 9 has come. So the appropriate value that suits the length AB will be plus 9. So these are the 4 maths rules that I wanted to teach you because most of the students make many mistakes regarding these. So make sure you do not do these mistakes again. So I hope you understood all the maths rules that I taught you. So with that, I will be closing out today's video with these maths rules that you must know when you do maths. These types of rules are important whenever you solve equations, whenever you create or build up equations. But sometimes you might have learned some of these rules in your previous grades too, but sometimes this might be your first time learning this. So be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to this channel for more videos and comment down below on what video should I make next. And I will see you all in my next video.